Welcome to the edition of Therapy Tuesday. We got Dr. Geraldine Tan here in the studio, along with Reverend Jeffrey and Pastor Grace, and they are here with two of their golden retrievers. Both are male, in case you're wondering, and their names are Courage and Mercy.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Welcome, Jeffrey. Welcome, Grace.
Yes. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, if you're watching us on the Big Show TV, you can see the doggies on screen right now. These are the 2-year-old golden retrievers. Courage is a little bit itchy right now. You can join us on YouTube and Facebook. It's Kiss 92 FM. Look at them. So cute. Hug.com SG is where you can find them on Instagram.
Okay, so this is Jerry's idea. Jerry, so why have you invited Reverend Jeffrey and Pastor Grace here today, along with Courage and Mercy?
I mean, we always talk about like talk therapy and everything, but last couple of years we were talking about the equine assisted therapy, but it is a little bit far away, from everyone. So I thought bringing in the canine assisted intervention. So not
Well,
therapy.
we could have brought the horses in. All you needed to do was request.
Hey, this time round we had to request quite all the way up. Thank you, bosses. Yeah, so that the doggies can come in. So I just wanted to show everyone, a little bit about how our canine friends actually help us. And these two wonderful people have started that. I think they are doing wonderful work, in the community, in the girls' home, I think.
Yes.
Boys' home?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Reverend Jeffrey and Pastor Grace, maybe Pastor Grace will start with you.
Right.
How do the dogs actually help with therapy?
Okay, so basically they can help in emotional side, mental wellness. So usually we bring them to visit the seniors, the isolated seniors, the youth that are at risk. Yeah, so they actually bring joys and comfort and peace whenever they have the sense of touch on the dogs. Yeah.
So do the dogs do anything specific, or they're just there for these individuals?
Right. So for the youth, usually they will just have the playtime, right? But for the seniors on wheelchair, they actually knows how to walk around the wheelchair, and then they will put their paws on their lap.
Oh, right.
That feels so good.
Yeah, they feel good. Yeah, because
They feel
they're
loved.
because they're so big, right? So they cannot be carried.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
yeah. So what they does is they will put their heads on your laps. Yeah, and they know how to put the paws on the wheelchair bound seniors.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And those faces. My goodness, those faces. Jeffrey, you're telling me just now about how they help to build confidence in those children. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, we have engaged some of the very low self-esteem children, right, from school, some is from the corporation or churches. So when they came here, they are very quiet. They don't talk, they don't speak to anyone. So they will just isolate themselves in one corner. So what we do is that we let go these two sweeties. Then they just come around them and sit down. And what I want them to do is just
Be with them.
Be with them and without connect. Just touch them. You can see they lifted up, but not immediately. It take a few months. We have many cases like that. Yeah. So this is the lover dogs. They can do.
So the confidence in them builds.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Incredible.
They are therapy dogs indeed.
Yep.
So there is a difference between therapy and intervention. So what they are doing is a lot of intervention work. We will discuss more later on. Yeah.
A bit of divine intervention.
Charming intervention.
But I totally understand the kind of joy they bring, because I have a golden retriever, and every time I walk him, I mean, I'm not showing off, but they have this special something that makes everybody smile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're such happy dogs, and they want to be with everyone. They
Yes.
love children. And yet at the same time they can be so calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you train them, they can be calm.
So they have a certain demeanor, they have a certain personality. Not all dogs can be trained, and not all goldies can be trained also.
Yes.
So these dogs are very special dogs because they have special personalities.
Yes.
So when you talk about the uplifting sort of feeling,
Yep.
it is from their personality. Do you want to share about how you select them?
In fact, Courage, I did not select him. He selected me.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I first met him, he actually shooed away all his other siblings. He just wanted me to choose him. Yeah, so I thought he was such a gentle baby, you know. So after 6 times of visitation to him, okay, so I decided to bring him home.
I see.
Right. Mommy's boy. Yes. I know that feeling. It's like at first you are not sure whether or not he's the one, and then when you go home, you sleep, you kind of dream about.
Yeah, I kept thinking about him.
Right?
Yeah.
Until one day you couldn't take it, really like, okay,
Yeah, because
I think we're meant to be together.
I think having a dog is a huge commitment. So we shouldn't make a harsh decision whenever we want to get a dog, right? We cannot just get for the sake of getting. Yeah, we must really consider financial sides. Whether can we take their shedding period at home?
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifices.
Right.
Yeah, so it took me about a month to decide whether to take him home.
Right.
But I love the connection. So if we see the screen right now, we see courage, having a connection with Angel, and that willingness to connect. Because sometimes dogs, they have their own mind and they have
That's
their
right.
own,
Yes.
activities that they want to engage in, and that willingness to just stay there.
Right.
Not just stay there, but to engage with the person.
Yeah.
Now that is very important.
Yes.
Yeah. I've only ever had Jack Russell Terriers, so I don't know about all this love.
Yes.
Well, it's that love that they give, So Jack Russell gives love also, but in a very different way.
They're not that affectionate. Let me just tell you that.
So it's very canine-led.
Yes.
So if we look at the interaction, it's very canine-led and not human-led. It's a slight difference there. Yeah. So when Reverend Jeff interacts with the dog, that's human-led.
Reverend Jeff is a discipline master.
Master trainer.
Yes, master trainer.
And it's important, so you need somebody that is trained.
Yes.
Otherwise, the dogs will also not know where the boundaries are.
Yes.
And that becomes dangerous for the recipient.
That's right.
Yeah. So whenever the dogs are present, the trainers are present too. Yeah, so that's that difference there when we talk about the interventions.
Yes, that's right.
He wants to come home with me. So how many dogs do you guys have at Hug Community?
Okay, so for Courage and Mercy are my personal dogs. I have one more Chow Chow, who's a puppy. And then we also have a Pawrent social club. We have about 80 over Pawlunteers. We call it Pawlunteers.
Yeah. Pawlunteers.
Yeah,
okay.
so I don't identify them as therapy dog. I call them Pawlunteers.
Okay.
Yeah, so to be our Pawlunteers, they need to be specially trained by us before we are able to bring them to see our beneficiaries.
So what's the criteria for a dog being a Pawlunteer?
They have to be obedient. They have to be calm enough that they will not bark at our beneficiaries. They cannot be affected easily by other dogs. Like for example, small dogs see big dogs, they will bark, right?
Yeah.
So once one dog bark, another will bark. So this dog must not be able to be affected.
Are most of the Pawlunteers large dogs?
Can be small dog as well.
Can be small dogs as
yes,
well.
we need small dogs as well.
Okay.
What's the how do you assess the dogs?
So this have to be shared by Reverend Jeff.
He's the trainer,
He's the assessor.
Assessor, yeah.
So how do you assess these
Alright.
dogs?
So before this dog go on around, they need to be very teamed in the characters. They need to be very teams, right? They cannot bark. So what we do is that you can bring them along to the park connectors, to all those stuff. A lot of people connection that he will just walk gracefully, but they do not bark at people. Even the dog bark, they will be stable. So this is some kind of a dog that we need to select.
Wow, quite rare, I think.
Yeah.
It's hard to select then.
What about
Tara
ages?
cannot.
What about ages?
Any age, but there's one more criteria is that when children pull their tail, they cannot respond. They cannot.
Yeah.
They cannot
Oh.
bite them.
Let me show you.
Can they be trained though to
Yes.
not respond? They
Yes,
can.
You see?
they can.
Yeah.
They can be trained.
He cannot give bark. Just gently. Show them an angry face.
They never get angry though.
They never get
like
angry.
golden.
One day a kid will tug their tails a little bit too hard, and then maybe they'll.
No, like whenever their children are around, I make Tofu sit down,
That's
and then
right.
and they're allowed to touch him
Yes,
and all
yes.
that.
They
But they're
cannot
very
react.
good.
Yeah, they cannot react when we pull their tails, we play with their ears.
Okay, that's the criteria.
Yes.
So once again, this was your idea today,
Yes.
Jerry.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit
Okay.
more about this.
Animal assisted intervention. So I
Yes.
just wanted to share a little bit more about animal assisted intervention and make the distinguishing factors between three different types, because a lot of people confuse. So you notice that we cannot use the word therapy here.
Yeah.
So even when Pastor Grace was saying, she said Pawlunteers. She didn't say
That's
therapy dogs.
Therapy, okay.
I
Yeah.
said therapy dogs.
Yes, so-
Why
so-
aren't you allowed to use therapy dogs?
Because the therapy dogs, the trainers are trained professionals, so they are trained in mental well-being or in certain areas, and the dogs have certification. So there's a certification there before they are allowed to be called therapy dogs. So in Singapore, it is very, very rare to find. We have the seeing eye dogs, but anything else, it's still in the process.
Like
you
a
know,
support dog.
Yeah, it's an emotional support dog. So emotional support dog doesn't need a trainer to be there, right? Yeah. And when we talk about therapy, there is actually a program that we have, and the trainer carries out that therapy. So it's very goal oriented. Yeah. So if you're looking at like the equine therapy, so there's a program, and then the program is led by a professional. So then that is animal assisted therapy.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we have another one, animal assisted education. Now that one is a bit interesting. So the animals are in the school environment, also very goal oriented. Also, they also have a program. The animal can be the topic and the subject. So this one I was a little bit confused. So if somebody can help me with this, because I was thinking like, we used to dissect the eye, the pig eye. Is that called animal assisted education also? Have you done that before in
No.
science? Oh my God, I had
think
trauma.
frogs and all that.
No.
Yeah, maybe. But
frogs, yeah.
Cheyenne is like nodding her head. She's like that.
I don't know whether
what
that
is
is.
That's
the
for biology,
the
isn't
eye,
it?
For
Yeah.
biology.
Is it
and the
biology?
heart, and
Yeah.
the heart. Oh my God, you did that.
I think the animals were already dead, so.
Yeah, but I don't know whether that is considered under animal assisted education. That one is a
I
bit
don't think
gray
so.
for me. but that one is also led by somebody that is trained in the
Okay.
school environment. Now, animal assisted activities is most of the time what we do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are animal AAA, not KKK, but AAA.
There's so many names.
No,
Everyone loves animals, right? Everyone loves animals, but not everyone can own
Yeah.
a pet.
You need a huge commitment to be able to do it.
And the volunteers
Yeah.
need a very huge commitment. So they might not be trained professionals, but they
Yeah.
are trained volunteers.
Yes, that's right.
So let's say I want to bring Tofu and I want Tofu to be a Pawlunteer. What
Yes.
would I do? Where would I go?
Okay, you can come straight to us, and then you need to sign up for it. So before we are able to bring Tofu to go to the hospitals or go to school with us, he has to be trained by us.
And how long
So-
does that take?
It can take up to 3 months. Yeah, but if he's good, within a month he can pass.
Yeah.
Oh, so it depends on the
It depends on-
level of
He's good.
intelligence.
Yes, and I would say that the parents take a huge responsibility. The parents have to be committed as well, not just the dog.
And how often will the parents be called upon to bring their dogs to?
It depends whether you sign up for once a month or
Oh, right,
twice a
okay.
month. So it really depends on whether how many days you want to commit. Yeah, so we will respect the parents as well.
Okay, okay.
Usually, if the dogs are spoiled, it means the parents have spoiled them.
Oh yes.
Well, yeah, the dog will listen to
I
what you
agree,
say,
yeah.
right? Yeah, for sure.
Or
yeah.
not.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually we do have rabbits as well because we serve some of the Muslim. Yeah, so Muslim is very sensitive to dogs, so we will actually bring rabbits in.
So no cats?
Oh, cats is very hard to train.
Very hard to train. Okay, got it. Okay, but rabbits are trainable.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking
okay.
of getting a cat soon,
Oh, okay.
but it's got to be a what cat? Not a Sphinx cat.
Oh, okay.
Well, that will scare everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of like me.
So if we notice, right, Reverend Jeff, so the parent needs to be of a certain demeanor also.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not just the animal that needs to have that demeanor, but or personality. The parent or the parent volunteer.
Yes.
Very funny.
Parents.
Parents. Yeah, would also need to have a certain personality and ability to read the behavior
Yes.
of the.
They're very patient dogs.
Yeah.
And they can concentrate even when Jerry is talking.
Yes,
no?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
And it's important for them to read the behavior of the animals. Yeah, because
yeah.
Go ahead.
Now,
Pastor.
Reverend Jeff is showing a show for usually what he does for the seniors.
He's going around, right?
Yes, going
Circling, right?
around
Yeah.
and yeah, you can. So it's like a treats.
It's a reward for them, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is so cute.
Okay, this weekend is training time for Tofu. He's going to learn a whole...
They know how to take turns.
Think about.
Aww.
Bounce day.
Wow.
Yes, it's simple.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay! Good boys. Woo!
Pastor Grace, how old are they again? I think I
2 years
Two.
old.
two.
Yeah.
Both of them are about
Both
the
are
same
two.
age.
Yeah, they are from the same
Siblings.
litters. Yeah.
Two. How old is Tofu?
Two.
Two also.
They're 2 months older than Tofu.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can Tofu still be trained?
It can be trained. Yeah, they're so smart. They're so
You know,
smart.
just like humans, after a certain age, cannot be
So
trained.
if I
right?
tell him, no, if I tell Tofu go and, if I tell Tofu go and hide, he goes to the sofa and puts his head between the cushions, and he stays there. And he does the waiting as well. So I'll put a treat on the floor. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll
Right.
go make my coffee. I'll do everything. 5 minutes later, I'll come back and he's still waiting for the treat.
Would you like to volunteer for Tofu?
I don't know yet. I have to decide on that.
Make him a good citizen.
He's a very good dog. He's very easily trainable as
But
well.
how is that clever? It's like you ask him to hide, but then we can still see him.
Oh, thanks. If he can't see you, that means he's gone.
So cute, huh?
Yeah, they're so cute.
Adorable.
Courage.
So how often do you have courage and mercy in your office?
We don't. Unfortunately, ours is a commercial building. We're not allowed to have dogs. So we
Once in a while, do
I
something
snuck in
against
a
the law. You are so
No. But sometimes
Proper.
some of the clients, they bring their own emotional support dogs.
but mostly small ones. Like they put in a bag.
Smaller ones, but they're not supposed to. So we got told off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
We can provide the center for you.
Oh wow, that's the partnership happening.
Yes.
already.
I think it's already opening up already in Singapore. A lot of places
Yes.
are now pet friendly. You know, but still, I guess some places cannot lah.
I think you all have been in touch with the ministers also, right?
Yes,
You all
yes.
have been in talks with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it needs a higher level approval, just like we needed a higher level approval.
But I don't understand. I don't understand the building. What do you call it, rules though? I mean that should be okay, right?
Because there are many people walking in and out, and all these dogs, these canines are not muzzled, so you can see the size. Sometimes it's very
Yeah.
big. Some people people do have phobia also.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So we need to be mindful of them also,
Right.
because when we go into the lift is so small.
Yeah.
You can't run away.
Yeah.
If you get traumatized, then they can come and see you.
You have extra business.
I was thinking the same thing.
Reverend Jeffrey, are there? How long have you been doing this? Like training dogs to be therapy dogs?
About 3
Not
years.
therapy dogs. I mean, 3 years.
3
Okay.
years, yeah.
And are there some dogs that are easier, some breeds that are easier to train than others?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We encounter some of the dogs have behavioral problems.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
it take a longest time.
Yeah.
Because they will bark and they will bite.
But still can be trained.
Can. You take a long time. It's always say that there's no bad dogs.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
So no dog fail your course lah.
So far, not saying fail. They don't say that it's anything is just fail. It's the only thing is that they are not ready yet. Yeah.
Okay.
It needs time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need time because dog is a dogs. It's not products. So they need time to be born with them. Yeah.
It's just like depression's patient. They need time to overcome. They need time to be healed. Yeah, same goes to dog.
Courage is waving. Waving her ears. His ears.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Courage.
So, how would you describe their characters? Are they exactly the same, Courage and Mercy?
No,
No, definitely
totally
not.
different.
How are they different?
Courage is much dimmer, you can say. But for Mercy, is quite stubborn. But I love stubborn dogs.
Playful.
Courage
Yeah.
is mommy boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
playful.
character is stubborn. You need to build a lot deep relationship with him before you take a commands.
And are the other siblings from their family also doing the same thing? Are they also volunteering?
No, because their parents are busy people.
Oh, right. Okay.
But
Okay.
we do gather once in a while, especially during their birthday.
Oh, and
Yeah.
there is a Golden Retriever Day as well, where everybody gathers as well, right?
Oh,
I know
yes,
worldwide they do that. They're doing it in
Yes.
Singapore as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so we also gather some other Pawrents. Once in a while, maybe every quarter, we have our Pawrent social clubs gathering.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
And all the dogs are let loose?
Yes,
Okay.
in our center.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
And where is your center?
It's just right next to SPH at 200 Toa Payoh North.
Oh, my goodness. Just down the
Everyone
road.
can go down and
Everyone can
Yeah.
come down, yeah.
Okay.
But just have to make appointment because sometimes we have other clients and
Okay.
other beneficiaries around.
And how can they get in touch with you guys?
Just give us an WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we will attend to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the information is on your website, yes?
Yes,
That's right.
That's right.
What's the website again?
www.hug.org.sg.
Hug dot?
org.sg.
Hug.org.sg.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can contact us via Instagram as well.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Which is hug.com.sg. It's on the screen right now.
Yes.
so exciting, so
Yeah.
nice. And I love the fact just now, I think Reverend and Pastor was sharing about how it improves the esteem of the youth.
Yes.
Yeah, and I always think it's really lovely because people think that dogs are only to be petted, dogs only soothe, dogs only
Yes.
calm, and then you have them say it improves the courage, the confidence and
Yeah.
the esteem. You go like, how can dogs, by petting dogs, can it improves, right?
Yes.
But remember the triangle that I always talk about, the bottommost, which is the confidence level, right? And to know what you can or cannot do.
Yes.
Before you trust yourself, which is the second level, which is the esteem.
Yep.
So the dogs just being there just allows you to be who you are.
Yep.
They just unconditionally just accept you, right?
Yeah.
And you go like, oh, I can do this. I can sayang. I can poke a little bit. And they still respond. They're not fighting me. They're not rejecting me. They just accept me as I am.
And they
Now,
give
that's very important.
unconditional love as well, right? Pets?
Exactly. So with that confidence, it grows. They try other things.
Yep.
And that's when the trainer is able to read the canine as well as the person, and then start to have more activities with them.
Yeah.
So do you recommend clients to hug community as well that you think might benefit?
We've just got acquainted, and they
Okay.
have been nothing but warm and embracing.
So you will be then.
We will definitely
Yes.
in the
Okay.
future. I'm going to get to walk on the walk with courage. Is it? Walk
Oh, we have this SG60 Threads of Unity fashion show. It's a charity fashion show that Dr. Jerry will be walking the dogs on the stage.
You'll be walking your own dog?
No. So, yeah, they're actually wearing these bandanas
Yes.
around
Yes.
there. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, this bandana is actually an upcycle material that is made by Ensena from Ensane. Yeah, so on SG60, we are going to have a brand new kind of batiks that is with the paw prints. Yeah, with some Singapore flowers.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that will be for sale in support of
For
you
it'll
guys.
it's a fundraising event
for hugs.
Yeah, for hugs, but it's also a National Day celebrations event.
And not just for dogs. You said they're human clothes as well.
Human
right?
clothes as well.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
with paw prints and everything. How
Cute.
cute!
Yes.
Yeah,
Very,
that's
very
cute.
cute.
Yeah,
Your turn to come here.
everybody's distracted.
Everyone is yes. We are all
So-
distracted. They're so charming.
So Jerry, when you get when you have your
Clients.
clients, the kids especially, do you will you, because you said you just met them, right? Will you refer some of your kids to go down and seek not therapy. You see what I mean? I gotta watch my words. Intervention.
Intervention. So these interventions are upcoming. So it's really nice to be acquainted with different centers that have the programs.
Yep.
Because these are set programs
Okay.
that are delivered to the clients. But most of the time we see clients having emotional support animals. So those that have snuck into my building, are we on air or off air?
We are on air.
On air.
Actual building security.
But we see how the clients have interacted with their emotional support animals, usually dogs, and their dogs respond to them.
Yeah.
So we could be talking about something that is very deep, and Pastor Grace was saying, right, depression.
Yes.
So many of them have anxiety, depression. The second their heart rate starts to shift, and start to raise and speed up, the dog has set up already. One paw on the knee. Yeah. And these are not trained. So these are emotional support dogs without the trainers around. And that's why they're called emotional support dogs.
Right.
It's your dog.
Yeah.
Right? One paw on the knee. And that reminds the clients to actually calm down.
Yes.
You're nodding. You want to add some more?
Emotional so they are emotional support dogs.
Yes, they are. You can carry on. Just this is what they did for the wheelchair bound seniors and some of the depression students.
Yes.
Are they allowed on planes?
Planes.
No,
we have
they're
not tried
not.
that
No,
before.
I mean, as a
SIA
personal
has
emotional
stopped.
support.
You can
Yeah.
Yeah.
SIA has stopped.
Stopped.
Yeah.
So emotional support dog not allowed
Anymore. Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
I think recently they changed everything.
I think it was April last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed it. Yeah.
So unless they're certified therapy dogs, which unfortunately in Singapore we don't have that. So certified therapy dogs are allowed on planes.
Because I think a lot of people were abusing it as well to
Yes.
bring their dogs
That's
onto the
right.
plane.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yes. Bad
I can't
apples.
travel
My
without my
emotional
dog.
support dog.
Can't travel without it.
Yeah, all the bad apples.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. Such a shame.
Yeah. So you see them responding very differently.
Yes.
If the client is depressed, and it's very nice to see. So
They're
this-
calmer.
They will come and they will look at you and see whether you need contact.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes they know you don't need contact. Sometimes they know when looking at you or feeling you need contact. So when you need contact, they'll come closer. and they will just stay by your side.
Dogs are incredible. I've seen some stuff on Instagram where they're trained to pick up epilepsy fits as well. Prior to it even happening, you know, they call for
So
help.
those are differently trained dogs.
Crazy though.
But dogs are just extraordinary. You know, which is why, I mean, if you have an iguana or a snake, it's different.
Emotionally support.
Or a turtle.
Apparently, dogs can feel us. They can feel whether we like them or we do not like them.
Yes.
Do we need them or do we not need them? Yeah.
So it's quite spectacular, the relationship, and when you observe them in session. So when they're alerted to the client's emotions, the owner's emotions, and they react, we will pause the session for a little while, and then allow the dog to regulate. It's amazing. I'm like watching magic happen.
Particularly, Courage and Mercy, they can sense the youth happiness or sadness. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so when our youth is sad, he will just sit at the side or maybe just lean against the youth
And be quiet.
just be
Wow.
there. Yeah. So it's not every dog can do that. Yeah.
And that's the key, right? It's just being there.
Yes.
Kind of like offering that listening ear without judgment.
Without judgment
saying
and-
anything.
yeah, the dogs are fantastic. They do not judge.
Yeah.
Yes. And because Hug Community, we promote that non-judgmental.
That's right.
Yeah, we unlabel the disasters. We unlabel and break the chain, from the prisons. Yeah, so this is what we does, and dog doesn't label them. Yeah.
So
I'm
So they
sorry,
go
I'm
into
so
the
distracted
prison
today.
too.
We are trying hard, but it's very difficult to get approval. Yeah, so what we do is that after the disaster got released from the prisons, they come to our center.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have the freedom to sign up for it. Yeah, there's a portal for them to sign up. Yeah, so the young disaster will then come over to our center.
I
Yeah,
see.
even their family members as well. Yeah.
Everybody get a dog. No. You need to be able to commit.
can they get along with other animals?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They get
That's
along
no
with my
problem.
rabbits.
That's the first requirement.
You got rabbits as well. Wow, you've got so many animals at home.
Tofu met a rabbit once, and all he did was just sit next to the cage and watch it sleep.
Oh, so cute.
But I bet you if you let the rabbit
No, he
out,
wouldn't
Tofu
have
will
eat it. Nope.
Oh no.
Golden
We tried it
retrievers
in
are
our
not
center.
built for that. Even that time I found that little bird, it was like this little rare bird. He just got very excited, but didn't. He was just putting his nose on it.
Yeah, there was once that Courage was so naughty. He was like trying to steal my rabbit's haze, and he got bitten by my rabbit.
But they don't bite back.
They don't bite
They're
back.
scaredy
Yeah.
cats as well.
They ran away.
Yeah, dogs can be quite scaredy cats.
Golden retrievers, they get spooked very easily.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they get spooked very easily by the weirdest stuff. Like my Tofu will see like a workman at the side of the road, and he'll be like, he'll see like a triangle sign
yes.
by the side of the road, and he gets freaked out.
I
He's
think
paying
the canine
attention.
should come more often.
Yes.
Anyone wearing black in the studio right now is covered in fur.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Because you haven't had them rubbing up against
I got
you.
special tools.
Yes.
You know, they shed a lot, huh?
It's called golden glitter.
Golden glitter.
For
It's their love.
Because
It
all,
is.
because all my life I've kept Jack Russell Terriers, and they shed as well. They shed a lot.
Oh, it cannot
lot.
beat golden retriever shed.
cannot beat.
Cannot beat
Yeah.
golden
Really?
retriever shed. Cannot.
Okay. Sometimes when I get out of the car, if I'm wearing a black shirt, it looks like
Covered.
a fur. It's like a fur shirt. You know,
It's
and
the love
and
from your
white.
dog.
Okay. After this, give a hug to both of them and see what happens to your shirt. So we're with Hug Community Services and talking about how dogs can offer, a listening paw and a listening moment for
Yes.
people who need it.
Yes.
And you guys are always looking for volunteer
Oh, yes.
volunteers.
Pawlunteers. A
Pawlunteer.
committed Pawlunteer.
A committed volunteer,
Yes.
Any dog
Any dogs
that can be trained.
can be trained.
So when you say Pawlunteer, you're referring to the dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Parents referring to the
Parents.
parents of the dog.
Pawlunteer and Pawrentier.
Pawrents.
Pawrents. Okay.
So the
Volunteers and their parents.
Hug Community Services is located at 200 Toa Payoh North, and your website once again is hug.org.sg, and that's where they can get in touch. Also on Instagram, hug.com.sg.
Jeffrey, how often do you give them a bath? Because they smell so good.
Why do you go around smelling things?
No, but big dogs, it's very important
Very
because
important
big
that they
dogs
smell good.
sometimes,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
can give off a smell that's
Once a week.
not very pleasant.
Once a
Once
week.
a
Once a week,
week,
that's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yes, once a week. But we maintain them every day. We brush them every
Brush
day.
them.
You have to
Yeah.
brush them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Yes.
imagine them going out there, especially with the seniors, if they smell bad,
right.
the seniors will collapse straight away.
Yes, that's right. So, before we bring them to hospital, we make sure that they are showered.
Yeah.
They are well groomed. They trim their nails. Yeah, make sure they are well. They are
Presented.
good enough. Presented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't want them turning people off as well.
Yeah. First impressions cute.
Yeah, that's true.
But some people like smelly dogs.
Oh, who?
Is
They
it
like
you?
to smell their paws.
Oh, ew, gross.
I love smelling my doggy's paws. It's got like a bakwa smell.
Glenn's just
Something
strange.
new.
Yeah.
Something new.
Something new.
No one else does that, Glenn.
Yes,
Nobody.
Really?
Dear, were you trying to smell their paws too?
I'll just irritate them. Sometimes I'll go down and at that area, teet, teet, and then he'll jump.
Glenn, okay, all right. No, we're on air, Glenn.
Okay, Jeffrey,
I
how
will
about you?
give my coat. So I think we've watched A Dog's Purpose, this show, A Dog's Purpose by Bruce Cameron, and a quote says, "I won't promise to be your friend forever because I won't live that long, but let me be your friend as long as I live."
No, go hug your dog.
Is there really a movie?
Yes,
What's it
A
called?
Dog's
again?
Purpose.
A
I think
Dog's
is it a documentary or a movie? I haven't seen it, but I think it might be.
I think it's a mix of both.
a mix of both.
I think
yeah.
it's a mix of both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and watch that.
I think it might be on
I
Netflix.
thought you were going to say you're going to smell the paws.
You don't believe me, right? You go
No,
back
I
and you
don't.
smell your dog's paws.
No.
There you go,
Why
like-
would I want to do that?
Actually, not too bad, huh? Quite nice. But you must smell your own dog's paws, okay? Not other dog's paws. Lah. That's a bit.
I don't
That's a bit
smell
weird.
them. I
Sometimes
don't
you
smell
go
their
like,
paws.
I don't smell my dog's
maybe you know
paws.
why not?
smell
Because
their heads.
my dog is small, that's why. So I take the paw.
Makwa.
Yeah.
Hand is
Yes. What's up with that? What does the red card mean? Oh, I guess we have to go. Thank you very much, Reverend Jeffrey. Thank you, Pastor Grace.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
for having us.
Courage.
courage.
Mercy, correct?
That's right.
Yes, that's
Okay, the
right.
lighter one is courage, right?
No, the darker
mercy.
one is
Darker
courage.
The darker one is courage. The lighter one is mercy. And the lightest one is Dr. Geraldine Tan. Jerry, thank you so much for coming in today and
Thank you for
bringing
having us.
Reverend
Thank you
Jeffrey
for
and
having
Pastor
us.
Grace. Thank you so
Thank
much. Have
you
a
for
wonderful
coming
day.
in.
Thank you.